Hey, what is up guys? It's Brendan here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to add a blog on Shopify, how to create a Shopify blog, as well as how to create Shopify blog posts. So how to create those blog posts on your Shopify store. That's what I'm going to be showing you here in today's video. And creating a blog and blog posts on your Shopify store is super important if you want to get that search engine based traffic, getting people from Google to your online store to convert those visitors into customers at the end of the day. That's what I'm showing you here how to do in today's video. And if you don't already have a Shopify store, I do want to mention you can check out that first link down in the description box below. That's brentvalesky.com/Shopify. We'll take you right over to a Shopify free trial where you get started with Shopify for free today. Again, that's that first link down in the description box below. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the tutorial. So of course, you're going to want to make sure that you are logged into your Shopify store. Next, you're going to come over to online store. You're going to click that. Of course, you will need to be on the Shopify basic level package, the pricing plan where you actually have a full online store so you can actually add blog posts to it. Once you click on online store, then you're going to come over here underneath themes to blog posts. And this is where you are going to create your blog. So again, like I mentioned before, blog posts are a great way, as you can see here, to build your community around your products and your brand. So you can offer more informational content to your visitors and to bring in additional search traffic, again, through SEO and search engine optimization, which I'll be showing you a little bit on how to create good blog posts that really cater to your specific brand on your Shopify store. So once you come to this page here, of course, write a blog post. So then all you have to do is click this green button and says create blog post. We're going to click that button here, and then we have this screen here where you can add blog posts. So how do you even go about creating a blog post in the first place? Like, what are you going to write about? So that's really creating that topic. Finding that topic is the first step to creating a blog post. So you're not just going to blog randomly. Like, you could talk about maybe some news in your company or something like that. But it's good to create more informational based content that people are actually searching for and providing solutions to people's problems, such as this video you're watching here today, of course. So to do that, to actually find topics and things to write about on your Shopify store's blog, the best way to do that is to use some search engine tools. So I will leave these keyword generator tools in the description as well. I'm going to be utilizing the example of a Rolex because on this test store, I have a couple of dummy Rolex products. So I figure, hey, let's create some like Rolex watch content, right? Just for the example here on creating your blog post. So the first step, of course, is to go over to these keyword tools if you're trying to create more informational content. Of course, like I said, you can create maybe just basic news content if that's what you're looking for. You can also write about that on your blog if you maybe just want to give updates to people on how your company's doing or something like that. Maybe writing out more detailed information about your company and just providing company updates. But if you're interested, of course, in doing like I already said, you're going to come over to these keyword tools. Now, the first one here is answer the public. As you can see, I already typed in Rolex. Now, they do have some free searches available. Of course, as you can see here, they have 1 free search per day or 3 free searches if you create an account. This video is not sponsored at all by any of these keyword tools. These are just ones that I personally use. So typing in Rolex, as you can see here, you type that in the topic, brand or product in here. And then it will give you a visualization if you want to see it like this, like searching and answering people's questions. So ultimately, answering people's questions is a great way to start out your blog and find those blog topics to actually write about. So what you can do here is, are Rolexes or Rolex watches a good investment? Maybe we do that one. Or maybe let's do, can Rolex get wet? Can Rolex go in water? How Rolex watch works, something like that. Are Rolexes waterproof? So are prices going down? Are they assembled by hand? Things like this could be good types of content that you can create on your Shopify blog. So let's just go with can Rolex get wet, or are they waterproof or something like that? So let's go with can Rolex get wet. Now, sometimes these are a little disjointed because it's just a keyword tool, so you will have to fix the grammar oftentimes with these types of keyword tools. So can Rolex get wet? We're going to go ahead and use that as the example, and we'll go ahead and fix this like so. Change title. You also want to typically capitalize things, add punctuation, things like that. So Can a Rolex get wet? So that's how you like capitalize it and things like that. You're going to want to make sure you capitalize your titles just to make things look a lot cleaner on your store. You can go lowercase if you're trying to go for that style, but most people probably want this to be uppercase. And then you can also edit the website SEO. I'll show you that in a second here on the details here, how to add things. But so can a Rolex get wet? We're going to go ahead and click save here just to save that title. So the blog post has been created here. Now, of course, we don't have any information. Now, by default, your content on Shopify will be hidden. Some people maybe like to drop posts maybe once every week on the same day, maybe every Monday. Personally, if you're creating blog posts, I like to just make it visible right away. In my opinion, I think that's the best way to do it, just so it gets picked up by Google faster in the search engines. So the faster Google can go in and index it and find that page and then rank it on Google. So we're going to go ahead and make that visible here. So can a Rolex get wet? Now to add the content, the featured image, I'm going to be showing you that in just a second here. So can a Rolex get wet? That's the one that we used from Answer the Public. There's another keyword tool I like to use as well called Ahrefs. I'll leave a link in the description for this one as well. I searched here in their free keyword generator tool. And you click on phrase match, then you go to questions. So this is another type of way that you can get topic ideas, right, for your blog post, which is, getting the right topic idea is honestly the most important factor when it comes to actually creating good content for your blogs and for your blog posts. So, how much is a Rolex watch? What is the cheapest Rolex? How to spot a fake Rolex? These are all types of topics that you can use. Of course, feel free to search whatever your niche is for your actual Shopify store to get keyword ideas. But I figured I would, leave links in the description to these tools as well. Again, this is not sponsored. These are just the free tools that I like to use personally. So leaving those in the description for you guys. So those are two different ways that you can get topics, just answering questions to people's problems, right? So now we're going back to Shopify, as you can see here. Now, can a Rolex get wet? So the content, you want to make sure that you also utilize the heading. So creating good formatting is another good step to creating proper blog posts that actually can get search traffic to your Shopify store and bring in those buyers. So we're going to select H2 since this is like a subheading within the article. So can a Rolex get wet? Typically, maybe we do a little bit of an introduction first. So we're going to go over here to lorem ipsum. We're going to copy just a small little bit of text here just for that introduction section. Then we're going to hit enter. We're going to go with heading 2. So maybe that's can a Rolex get wet? Maybe you provide like a little bit of an answer there in the introduction. Then we're going to answer, so can they get wet? Can they go in water? So maybe can Rolex go in water? We'll answer that here as the H2. And then maybe we provide a little bit more detailed information here. Again, this is just, just lorem ipsum here. Can Rolex go in water? So maybe we answer that as well. So can a Rolex get wet? Can it go in water? These are different topics, slightly different. It's important to answer this specific question that somebody has on your blog post. Next course, we go, then are Rolexes waterproof? Now, you could create a completely separate blog post for each of these questions, or you can just create a more bigger blog post if you feel like these questions are pretty interrelated. And in general with this one, like can a Rolex get wet? This is all fairly similar questions. Is like, is it waterproof? So maybe does it have certain type of qualities that makes it waterproof, or can it go in water? Is slightly different from just getting wet. Getting wet might just mean, hey, it got a little bit of a splash, right? Can a Rolex go in water? Maybe they're talking about going in a pool, right? If they want to go swimming with it, maybe they want to go under, maybe they want to go diving with it, for all I know, right? So answering all those types of questions are important. Again, you could create separate blog posts for each of these topics. It just depends on the depth and level that you're typically wanting to provide in your specific blog post. So, again, we have our Rolex waterproof. Maybe put an S there for our Rolex. Maybe is a Rolex waterproof, something like that. I'm not exactly sure what the plural version of is Rolexes, I guess, or can a Rolex go in water? Something like that. But that's besides the point as far as improving your grammar here. You can also create bullet points as well. So is a Rolex waterproof? So maybe something like yes, IPX IPX20 waterproofing or something like that, and create additional details like yes, of course, and then explain, right? Explain the details here. So you can create lots of different additional information here as far as like bullet points. You can also create numbered lists too, if you want to go like different steps in your blog posts. You can also do that here too. Now this is fairly basic formatting, but honestly, in my opinion, creating blog posts with basic formatting is really just the best way to go about doing things. It's just easy to read, and it will visually appeal to people, whether they're on a desktop, laptop, mobile device, tablet, anything, you name it. Creating just nice basic content is really like the best way to go about doing things, just because it's simple, easy to read. You can also indent things. You can change the alignment if you want. You can change out the colors if you really want to get fancy. You can also insert images. So in this case, of course, let's go ahead and add like a Rolex image. We're going to go ahead and add that here at the top just to pop one in. We're going to go ahead and insert an image. Now you can insert uploaded images. You already have uploaded to your Shopify store. You can also select product images or an image from URL. We're going to go ahead and upload a file here from my computer. We're going to go ahead and upload this photo. Now this is a free stock photo using the site unsplash.com. I will leave a link down in the description box below to that as well. You can download free images here completely for free, and they are non-copyright or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about that. These are free, stock photos that you can use. Again, as you can see here, free to use under the Unsplash license. So you can use them here on your site. It's important. Make sure you use don't just go to Google and copy and paste things from Google Images. Make sure you're using proper stock photos. If you're using photos that aren't your own photo, make sure they're free to use, non-copyrighted, things like that, when you're uploading images to your site. So once you do that, of course, you could just use your own images as well. Then you can go in here, and once we have the image uploaded, then we can add image alt text as well to make things more accessible to people, especially people maybe with visual impairments. So we're going to write gold Rolex. You can write better image alt text, of course. It's just an example here. And we'll select the size here. We're going to go ahead and go with just a product image size, or maybe we go banner image, something like that. So we've got the image inserted here. And that's how you can add images to your blog post here as well. Now, of course, once you add images to your blog post, you're also going to want to make sure you select a featured image. This is what will show up in Google as well. So as you can see here, this is the search engine listing preview. So can a Rolex get wet? This is what the page would look like in Google if people were searching for it. This is also the URL that people would get. So you can edit the URL here. Personally, I like to leave it just pretty much the same as the title. But you can edit the URL, maybe if you want to get rid of the A or other things like that, or maybe some stop words in there. You can get rid of things like that here. So like the can of Rolex get wet. That's just what the URL path is currently. Now, if you want to change it from like /blog/news, you can change the overall category that your blog is under. So right now, by default, Shopify will just create a news section for your blog as far as like the blog category that it's in. So I'll show you that how to do that in just a second here. Once we save that, we're going to go ahead and add in that featured image to get that added in here. This is what will show up in Google as well in the little search engine preview. Especially on mobile or desktop, sometimes Google will show a little like square image here when you're searching for content. So it's important to have your featured image here. This will also show up on some other Shopify pages here. When people are, finding your blog posts on your site, it will show up in the featured image section. Or the featured image will show up on certain sections of your Shopify store as well. So to add the different blog categories, all you have to do here is under blog news, you can click on create a new blog. So creating a new blog category, this is sort of just how Shopify categorizes the content here. This will also show up in your URL path too. So it's good to make sure this is really fitting to that specific category. So the blog title, let's go ahead and go with Rolex, because this is all about Rolexes, this specific subcategory. Probably capitalize that here too. We're going to go ahead and add Rolex as the blog title. And now the blog is listed under Rolex. So as you can see here, then the URL path changed to /blogs/Rolex/ can a Rolex get wet? So that's another important thing here. You just generally want to categorize your content. It helps with overall SEO things as overall SEO improvement as well. Once you have that done, you can also feel free to add tags. Personally, tags aren't as important in general on your blog posts, but you can add them as well if you want, just for extra categorization. Maybe we'll add the watch tag, something like that. So maybe we add that here because it's about watches. So something like that. So we're going to go ahead and click save. And once you have created your blog post with all the information that you want, we're going to go ahead and check it out now. Of course, we're going to go ahead and click view. So can a Rolex get wet? As you can see here, this is the featured image section at the top. It will show the featured image section quite large. You can go into the theme editor. This is currently, I'm using the Dawn theme on Shopify. It does use quite a large header image here. And then we also have the image that we inserted into the content down here. So can a Rolex get wet? You have the image here, and then you have this text here. As far as, of course, we have the introduction. Can a Rolex go in water? Is a Rolex waterproof? And all that those steps here. This will take you just to that specific blog post. You can also go back to the blog, the overall just Rolex blog, and you can see each of the different blog posts that you have. Now, if you want to edit these pages, you can do that in the theme editor. This is just what the default look and feel of your blog will look like, especially with those images as well, with the different featured images and the image that we added. So this is just the basic default, again, using the Dawn theme on Shopify. This is what your blog posts look like. So this is how you add blog content to your store. Now, to get people to actually find this page, of course, they may find it just by searching for can a Rolex get wet in Google. That's something that people might just find this page naturally through search over time on your store. They might come right to this page. You could even link out to other Rolexes in this content, like, hey, maybe buy Rolex from us if you're maybe a Rolex reseller or something like that, right? Just as an example. Alternatively, I'm gonna also show you how to add it to the navigation. So maybe if you want people to be able to access your blog posts from other parts of your store. So all you have to do that is you come over here to navigation. Of course, let's go ahead and just click save again here on this page. Again, you could edit this search engine information if you want to, or even add a little summary here as an excerpt. We're going to go ahead and do that here, just a quick little lorem ipsum, just to show you kind of what it looks like on other pages too. Go ahead and click save. And then that will add a little excerpt on certain pages, such as maybe your blog page, wherever it shows up in other parts of your site. So as you can see here now, that little intro here, that little ... section, the little excerpt shows up here. So just showing you how to do that there. Now to add it to your navigation, you come over here to navigation. Now you could add it to your footer menu or your main menu. Typically, you're going to want to add just a blog, just a general blog link to your main menu so that people can easily access your content. You click here on add menu item. Then we're going to go to link and we're going to select, you can select the specific blog post if you just want to link out to that given blog post for can a Rolex get wet, or in my opinion, it's better just to link out to the overall blog. So in this case, Rolex. So we're linking out to Rolex here. We're going to go ahead and add that here. We're going to move it up to just after the catalog. We'll go ahead and click save. And then now on your online store, it does take a second to load it in. So we're just going to go ahead and keep refreshing this page here. You can also drag additional pages underneath it if you want to add, or just add other blogs, such as the news section or something like that. As you can see here now, our Rolex overall blog feed is showing up here. So you can click that there. You could even rename this to blog if you just want all of your content underneath like a blog subcategory. You could do that too. But then your URL would be like /blogs/blog. So, you could rename that here if you wanted to, but this is the Rolex blog that we have. This will then link all your different Rolex content under one page. Then you can click on that specific blog post and read it. So that's how you add a blog to your Shopify store. Again, I hope you guys found this video helpful on how to create blog content. You can also see some of these blog posts too if you want to link to them on your homepage and do all that with the different theme customizations. Again, that more is specific to your theme editor. If you want to edit that, all you have to do is come over here to online store and click customize, and you can easily add the different sections in to your store if you want to make it appear on your homepage. For example, just a quick example, you click customize. Now we're on the homepage. If we want to add a given blog post, we got to just scroll down here, add section, blog posts, and boom. Then it will show up on your homepage here. You click into that, and we can change the blog from news. We're going to select Rolex, and there, now you can see your blog posts on your homepage as well. Just as another way for people to access your blog content. There's a lot of different ways you can link out to it, your blog posts, and now it'll show up on your homepage too, which is pretty cool. So that's how you create blog posts on Shopify. Again, I hope you guys found this video helpful, how to create a Shopify blog, how to add blog posts to your Shopify store, and how to find those topics, those blog topics for your content on your Shopify store's blog. So guys, if you found this video helpful, then be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and the notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Anyways, that's all for today's video. And again, if you don't already have a Shopify store, I do want to mention you can check out that first link down in the description box below. That's BrennanValesky.com/Shopify. Will take you right over to a Shopify free trial. We're going to start with Shopify for free today. Again, that's that first link down in the description box below. Guys, hope you found this video helpful. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. But anyway, guys, that is all for today's video. So I will see you in the next one. Peace out.